evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Tammy Talks Show. How are you? How are you? How are you? We're going to wait till some more people get on. I have my special guest here with me on today. And yes, we got on our face masks. We are here in Macon, Georgia. So we're going to have our face masks on while we're having the conversation. And I'm sure you all are going to enjoy the conversation. Let me make sure I get it right on me, right? So it don't drop off. My glasses and everything. But hello. And I know you all are going to enjoy what we're going to talk about today. But I'm going to wait a few minutes till some more people come on. Let me wait.
Let's come on in.
Y'all come on in. Okay, I see Anthony Stewart. I see he has come on. I'm going to wait a few more minutes for some more people to come on. Because we have an interesting topic on today with all of the up in the air about, children going back to school or not going back to school. Some got to be at home to be taught by the parent, and some go to school, however they want to do it. But we have a young lady here today that's going to share her story with you. I'm going to wait till some more people come on. Just going to wait till some more come on. I see you all coming in.
Come on in. Come on in.
I see Sharita. No, Sharon Crawford. Mom Crawford. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? Mom Crawford is on right now. Hi, everybody. We're so glad you're coming on. We're so glad you're coming on. Like I said, good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for taking that time to watch the Tammy Talk Show. On the past, ever since we started, we have had some great topics. And I know that there are some things that have been said that really encouraged a lot of people and gave you some things to think about, and the stories of other people that are things that have happened in their lives. I'm sure that you have enjoyed the shows. And I know you're going to enjoy this one on today that we're getting ready to talk about. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Sharon, she's in New York.
Hello.
I see my nephew Dominic. He's on. So glad you all are joining us. I'm so glad. My son came on, Anthony. I'm just waiting till you all get on. I see Sharita. Hi.
Make sure you guys like and share it. Go ahead and share it.
Like and share it. Yes, you're going to enjoy it today. Okay. I have with me a mother that has joined me today to talk on autism. And the topic is today, autism didn't stop us.
Man.
A special kind of love.
Man.
Her name is Lakeisha Williams. I'm so glad she's here to share her story with us. I just did a little, looking up a little bit about autism, and it was stating how autism is a spectrum disorder, ASD, referred to in a broad range of conditions characterized by challenging with social skills and repetitive behavior, speech, and verbal communication. According to the Center of Disease Control, it says that there's an estimate of 1 in 54 children in the United States may have it.
Yes.
And I'm going to start off by asking you, Miss Williams, how old is your son now?
Yes. Hello, everyone. First and foremost, truly thankful. Thank you, Tammy Talk Show, for this platform. This is truly exciting. Blessed to be here. To God be the glory for that. Special from all my family, friends. You guys come on in.
Yes.
This is something everyone needs to hear. Whether you have a child of special needs or not, this is some good information for everyone to use.
Yes.
Okay? My son right now, he is 13. God, you have no idea how exciting that is. That is a great milestone. He's 13 now. And we was told he wasn't going to make past 1 or 2.
Okay, after his birth, what all went on with him after birth?
Okay, so Xavier was born 3 months early, 2.5, 3 months early. He was diagnosed with kidney failure, low birth weight, swallowing dysfunction. He had a funnification wrap, which it means you wrap around the stomach when your areas have severe reflux. So there was a surgery that needed to be done because he had a swallowing dysfunction. so he wasn't able to swallow. So because of that, we had to have a surgery in order for it to go down and get it wrapped up. And once again, I am no medical professional. I'm just telling you as a parent from what I went through. This had nothing to do with the school system I'm working with, but just as a parent. I just wanted to put that out there, guys, okay?
Yes.
So, but yeah, so the procedure that involves wrapping a part of the stomach around the lower part of the esophagus to help him swallow. And with that, that's a tube. And there was a yellow tube we have to thread through his nose all the way through down to his stomach area for him to eat. And there was a machine, and those who've been around me, there was a machine that was with us that fed the milk throughout. And of course you have that child who pulls the tube out. Xavier was that child. So parents, you thinking you're by yourself, oh goodness, it came out and I don't know what to do. They cannot feel it. It's not hurting them at all. We have to be strong as parents to know we have to do whatever's best for our child. That is one of the biggest things that I want to make sure I get across today. That we as parents, we have to be the voice for our child. We have to be the voice in the doctor's office, in the classroom, in therapy, whatever it may be. We need to make sure we be the voice for that. And so at a young age, we had already had a few surgeries.
Wow. And I was reading up on how it says signs of autism usually appear by the age of 2 or 3. And then it says some kids can develop it by the time they're 18 months old. So how old was your baby?
Xavier was actually earlier than 18 months. What we did was we went to a Babies Can't Wait program when we noticed that there were certain milestones he wasn't reaching. Those of you know, you go to the doctor and they ask you, is your baby sitting up? Is your baby laying down? Is your baby talking? Is he reaching? Does he hear his name when someone call it? We noticed those milestones wasn't where they needed to be. So it was an early age, even maybe a little bit before 18 months, because Xavier didn't say a word nor talk until he was after 2. So we didn't get the goo goo gaga, the babble, if that's the terminology for it, the babble. So we began early, but Babies Can't Wait program, there's any parents out there who's dealing with children almost at the 3 years age, that's the early intervention. It'll help you. And all Department of Public Health, they have those there. Just go into your local office. Go ask, see if there's something you can do, because there are a lot of resources, and we'll get to that later on. There's a lot of resources that can help you as a parent. You're not by yourself. You're not.
And maybe normally when a parent is going through this and they haven't experienced it, maybe they have one child that went through all the steps correctly, and then they have another child, they're seeing something different. And at first they start getting afraid or pretending that they're not seeing what they're seeing. And then once they start noticing, I heard you just say, and I read up on how it's saying early intervention is very good. So the early intervention, you can see the signs when the baby. What are some of the signs? What are some of the signs you saw?
Xavier, and like I'm saying, I'm speaking for my personal. What happened towards us is that Xavier, he wouldn't sit up. He wouldn't sit up. He would stare at you. There was no if you called his name, he wasn't going to turn and look at you. Those are different signs that at a certain age that you know by now. If I was to clap, anyone would kind of turn their head to see. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. And so at that time, it was like, there's something going on. And family and friend support is the biggest thing to do. I did not try. Listen, guys, I'm a parent, and I was like, oh no, I got it. It's okay. I got it. You need that. You need it. And they're there to help you, not to criticize. Because the first thing we think as parents, when something happens, as in autism, what did I do wrong? What did I do to cause him to have autism? What did I do? We didn't do anything. We didn't do it. It wasn't us. We didn't do it. But as a parent, we do have to go and research and see what's going on. We cannot sit there and think, you know what, he's going to get it. That's that slow, but the baby, he's gonna take a little time. He's the slow walker. He'll get to it. Go find out. Find out, because there was times when And there's nothing wrong with what the doctors say, and I want to make sure that all the medical people that helped us, we truly appreciate it.
Yes.
But if I went off of when they said Xavier was not going to walk past 1 or 2, when he tried to lift his leg, I would have stopped him. Oh, baby, you can't walk. You're not able to walk. You can't do that. As a parent, my job and the way I did it, okay, let's get you to walk then. Let's get you up.
Yeah.
If you're showing me something, I'm going to push on it. And I had to do that. It wasn't something that, you know, we feel like the doctor said, this is it. Yes, they gave us the medical, you know, the license to tell us that.
Right.
Also, as a parent, we're there all day long. We're there at nighttime and morning time, evening time, lunchtime. And I saw Xavier lift up. And once he lift up, oh, we might can do something now.
Yeah.
We might can work something out now, you know. And so it's one of those that I can't hold him back.
Right.
We tend to label our children. Those who are special needs, I call my son, he's an exceptional child because he's going to need exceptional attention. Then I love the topic, the autism didn't stop us because it was a group.
Yeah.
It wasn't, Xavier was labeled autistic. But we all had to go through that together. It wasn't no one thing. We went through family, friends. I remember having my friends come over and learn how to, you know, teach them.
Right.
Teach them how to help you.
Right.
Teach them how to help you because that little 30-minute sleep would be the best thing for you ever. And I remember I would be like, you know, I would have close friends coming over and they were able to, if Xavier did something wrong with the machine, I educated them.
Yes.
We had a nurse to come in. It's okay to ask for help.
Right.
It's okay to say, I'm stressed out. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But that's, listen, you have to believe in God and you have to be true to whatever's going on to you and your family and do what's right.
Right.
For you and your family. You have to do it.
Yes.
Because, I keep saying this, but us as parents, we have to be that voice.
Right.
I'm a big advocate on my son. I was speaking everything for him. Of everything for him. Yeah, you know, because he doesn't know.
Right.
He doesn't know.
And what were some of your fears when you first start seeing the signs? Did you have some type of fears like thinking like, what I'm gonna do next? Who do I need to contact? How I need to get things set for my child? I know this is my child, but I want my child to mature, and I want my child to grow, and I want my child to excel. I don't want this condition that he has to hold him back. I need to see what I need to do. So what were some of the things you thought about doing too after you got past the fear?
Research. Call. Search. Guys, I have papers everywhere. I take papers with me all the time. You have to, first you call your pediatrician. Yeah. Find out the correct diagnosis. Because there are times, the autism spectrum is a broad spectrum. So there's low function and high function, and anything in between. Now I'm going to explain what low function and high function is, because that way people can understand what's going on. Now, if you have a low functioning child's autism, is people generally look and sound very different. Okay, so if you can look at a person who is on the autism spectrum, you look at them, you can like, you know what? There's, you know, I'm not sure what's going on, but there's something. There's no connection. There's nothing there, and you look the part. And that's a low function autism. A high function autism is actually Xavier. He doesn't look. You won't know there's something going on unless they start speaking around their peers. So you only realize that, and there might be some of you guys right now just not realizing Xavier has autism. Okay, my son is autistic. You was like, no, nothing wrong with him. No, there isn't. But he's an exceptional child, and he needs the exceptional help.
And he had an exceptional
mother who went out
with him and said, no, this is not going to stop my child.
Listen, a special kind of love. That's what it is right there. A special kind of love. I didn't let nothing stop me. I couldn't. Because then if I stopped, what is he going to do?
Yes,
who's going to be there for him?
Right.
You know, and I blame myself, but even doing the research, it was like, you don't know where to go. There's so much information on the web, on the internet. You're trying to figure out what's the best way. You find autism program. Once you find the autism program, you figure out what you as the parent need to do. I moved to different cities, and most people do not know the reason behind me moving to different cities. I moved for my son.
Okay.
because there was an autism program that was there that could help him progress in school, excel in school.
Wow.
If I'd have stayed where I was at, I wouldn't be able to. I believe that he'll be, where he's at now.
Yeah.
So I moved to different programs. I went to the Marcus Autism Center. That's in Atlanta, and that's the public information. So it's the Marcus Autism Center.
Yes.
You find what you need to go to.
Right.
A GNET program. A GNET program means for Network for Education and Therapeutic Services.
Okay.
That is part of every school. Most of you parents don't know that. Every school has a program that will help your child what they need for themselves.
Wow. Wow.
It's there. But you as parents now, it's not just the children now. And me as well. I did the same thing. We have to get up and go talk to our teachers.
Yes.
We have to get up and see what's going on in the classroom because we're coming to a time now to where we might be with our child all day long.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out, I don't know what to do with him. How do I handle this? Usually he goes home, he goes to school.
Yes.
And the teacher is doing his therapy. He's trained to do what he needs to do. Us as parents, we are their first doctor. We're their first teacher.
Yes.
We're their first trainer. We have to be that person.
Yes.
We have to be that person.
You have to be that person.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So after you started doing your research and you got the connections with the help that you needed.
Yes.
Because I even did a little research today how, the government got certain things set up that funded to help an autistic child. So you need to look up in your government in your area to see what benefits that you have that you can help your child, and you can get the funding that you need.
Yes.
And knowing what to work with, and your doctor done told you how to do it. So now you got all that laid in order. But here are some of the signs for those new mothers out there that have the little kids. Okay, you named some of the signs. Give me some more of the signs that you think that are out there. I have a list right here too.
Also, if you notice your children rocking, they do the rocking all the time, that could be a sign. Okay. Repeating stuff over and over again. You ask them to go get a hat and they keep bringing you something different each time, that could be a sign. Okay. It's everything are different signs. I mean, the rocking, the banging the head.
Okay, the abnormal voice tone.
You're trying to figure out what, exactly. Okay. And those are, and there's so many, and every child is unique. Right. Every child is different. So every child has its own different things. So Xavier might not have, had a voice change, or he might not have banged his head. Right. He did, for those of you who know, but he might not have. So every child is different, and there's not one child the same. Okay. Okay. And what are some of the things that you can encourage a mother that is dealing with a child, or a parent, I'll say parents, that are dealing with a child that is autistic? What are some of the things you can encourage them? So they won't say, "Oh, is my child gonna stay like this for the rest of his or her life?" Yes. Because I seen your child early on. Yes. And he was little, but I seen him walking around, running around the church, different things. I knew something was wrong, but I couldn't put a pin in it. Right. And now that I see him today, I'm like, really? Exactly. Really? Exactly. So with that being said, my child actually was low functioning at the time, because you could tell at a younger age there was something. And even if you notice, there's a dent. If some children know, there's like a little dent in top of the head, and it's just because his brain, when he was born, it didn't form all correctly. So that was part of his. When he was born, it wasn't born. The cranial part did not. It does say that. Yes. When I looked it up, it said the cranial part of the brain did not develop. Exactly. It didn't develop all the way. So at early on, I'm thinking, he's going to be like this. So will my child ever be able to do this by himself? Will he be able to ride a bike? Will he have friends? Yeah. That's the biggest thing as parents. Wow. We as parents were thinking, will my child have any friends? That's the biggest thing, because even going to McDonald's, before all this happened, for the COVID McDonald's, we went to the play area, and you're thinking, are they gonna push my child because my child don't know that? You know, you don't know, and then you're scared.
Yeah.
Listen, there are Facebook. If you have Facebook, you're on watching right now. There are groups. Join those groups. Join those Facebook groups. I am on plenty of groups. Anyone can contact me after this with Keisha Williams. You can pull me up on Facebook. There are plenty of autism groups that are there for you.
Yes.
There are resources. One of them is the National Center for Learning Disabilities. If you go on there, they have 2 scholarships for seniors who are exceptional children. Let's say exceptional children.
Right.
And in the special education department, they will give you a scholarship for college.
Wow.
That's the National Center for Learning Disabilities, and it's been diagnosed with a learning disability. They give you help for post-secondary education.
Wow.
It will help you. There's another one that's called Possibilities. This is a financial resource for parents of children with disabilities. Go research this, and please, the help is out there.
Yes.
Your local Department of Public Health, the information is there, but we as parents, we have to get up. We have to get up and do what needs to be done, because we're facing a time in life where it might be this all day long. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what to expect, but we have to figure out what's going to happen for my child, because stress will kill you.
Yes, it will.
I'm very transparent. Anybody who know me, I have been through it all, and that's going to be a whole nother topic. But listen, stress will get you to the point where you feel like you're doing so much for your child, you're not doing anything for yourself. That's why I said autism didn't stop us. It was us. I went off, and I was trying to do so much for my child that I took sick myself. And many of you guys who know me, who know that I have flatlined, I have done it all, I have had the strokes, and I'm very young. I'm very young. Thank you, guys. Very young for the thing. But you know, guys, and the stuff is out there, but we cannot let that hold us down.
But you was putting all your into being involved in your child's life.
And wasn't doing what I need to do for myself.
And like we was talking the other day, when I was talking to you, I was saying you was putting what you needed into your child, that you was forgetting about yourself. But you also was looking out for, when my child become an adult. I want my child to be able to function in the world. When I'm not here, I still want him to be able to function.
Okay.
And be okay. So
and
you
then,
put your time into it.
Exactly. And so we have to make sure that everything that we research, that it's not just for the now. It's for the later also. Okay? It's not, I want to get y'all know. I'll start now. Listen, it's not just for now. It's the later also. Because our child, they're here with us now, but what's going to happen when we get older we cannot do. I want to make sure that Xavier can go in his room, make up his bed, cook his food, go if he needs to drive. There are programs where your children can work. There are programs. And I'm saying this out loud because Walgreens and CVS are one of those companies that do allow that. Guys, just go out there.
Say that again.
Walgreens and CVS.
Walgreens
I know for sure.
And CVS.
I know for a fact. Okay, so and your child is of age to work. Now, don't take your child out there now. He's 12 years old. He can't go to work yet. But I'm saying he can't go to work yet. I understand. And God, it's stressful because right now, and I'm very transparent, and it's like, Xavier, what are you doing? Xavier, stop. Xavier, come on. What are you doing? But I didn't realize he did that much because he wasn't around me. He was at school all the time. He was at school all the time. So me thinking, I know you're not like that at school. Thinking, why you're not at school? Parents, we need to go into the IEP meeting. Individualized education. Let's IEP. Go in there. Go in the board. When you go in there with books and stuff. Let them know that you know what's going on. Because a lot of times you go into a meeting, and I'm speaking, disclaimer, it has nothing to do with the school system I work with. Okay? So I'm speaking to let you know as a parent. When you go in there, there's so many information they're giving you. And you're sitting there, you're like, where I sign it? Once you sign the paper, go through them papers, figure out. No, my child needs 45 minutes of speech, not 30 minutes. Go through each one of them. Each paper means something to you and your child. We have to, as parents, We cannot put it all on teachers.
That's right.
We cannot put it all on the doctors.
Right.
We cannot put it all on, people who's helping us, whether
Right.
it be the babysitters or child care, aftercare. A lot of these child care centers, they might stop at a certain age, but they'll help you if your child have a learning disability.
Right.
Some child cares with, kids of different ages. We have to go in that boardroom.
That's right.
And know what we're talking about.
That's right.
We have to go in there and say, if I don't understand, it's okay to say you don't know. Because if you just sign a paper and now your child stay in the classroom all day, don't ever go out for lunch or recess or art, and he comes home and he's just everywhere, where your child has been in the same classroom all day long.
Okay.
Without getting out because you signed the paper and said it was okay.
Right.
And
so read it.
Read it. Guys,
read
this
it.
is me also. I'm speaking as a parent because I am a parent. I've been there. I've been on both sides of the field. Okay? As a parent educator, we have to know it is not the teacher's fault.
All right. And a lot of times too, when we get in those meetings, we don't ask questions. They just put the paper in front of us and we'll just sign it. Instead of saying, give me a day or two, let me read the information. Let me, see what's in here for my child and what areas my child needs help in. And even like you were saying with the parents have to participate also. Okay, if your child coming home upset and tense, you got to take out time to talk to them and try to see what went on. And I can tell even when your baby was younger, he didn't talk much. But when I seen him today, he was chatting with me. I'm like, yes, this is a mother that put her time in with
coping
her child.
skills. Coping skills. Xavier, if anyone could believe it, then Xavier did not like to hug anyone. Xavier did not like to smile. Xavier did not like to touch anyone.
Wow.
If anyone today knew that, because what you have to do is, it took time. The reason why my son is loving, and he has that's a special kind of love, I had to wrap a blanket around him. So we'll play a game, wrap him in a blanket, and I hold the blanket. I didn't touch him, but I hold the blanket because he wouldn't let me hug him. We have to figure out what's needed for our child. So after that, I'll do a thinner blanket, and I'll hug him. He kind of was like, oh, get a little close, but he let me do it. But I make it so much fun, and you guys y'all know I'm energetic, and I get to going. And then the third time we played the game, instead of me, I wrapped him in the thing, and I dropped the covers, and I hugged him by myself. He didn't hug back, but that was the best feeling in the world. In the world.
So you was teaching him that through the steps
and it has
that
to,
you was taking.
Repetition. Repetition.
Yes.
We as parents, we get frustrated. We're like, I just told you that 13 times to do that. I just told. Okay, tell him 14 times.
Right.
It's okay. Oh, 15 times maybe.
Right.
We have to be that person.
Yes.
Even with the bag of chips. And I was telling you about
you
that.
Telling me about that.
Xavier would never go in there and reach and get some chips. And I'm like, I know he loved Doritos. Why won't he get no chips?
Right.
Because we don't see it, but if we have a bag of chips and it's wrapped up like this, and the chips inside, he put his hand to get the chips. His hand disappeared.
Wow.
See that? His hand disappeared. He doesn't realize the chips are still in there. But all he saw was his hand disappearing. Parents, you know what you can do? Sift the chips out a little bit lower so he can see it, and let him kind of go in. It was like a snake bite. He would go in, he would do this, and I was like, the chip is right there, just grab it. And he would slowly get into it, and he finally was able to do it.
Right.
Now I can't get him out of the chip bag.
All right.
It's going to take time, guys, and listen, it's okay.
Right.
We have to first believe in God. We have to believe in God. We have to be prepared to accept help.
Right.
Be prepared to accept help from friends and family. Teach your friends and family. Tell them, take CPR classes, take training, take things that's going to help you in the end. Because I had to train my friends. My inner circle, everyone knew how to change Xavier tube. in his nose that threaded through him, if it came out, they know how to change the milk.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna need that.
You're gonna need that help.
You're gonna need that
and
help.
don't try to say I can do this by
Right,
myself.
right.
And try to be the Superman or the
Superwoman.
Because it would drain you, and then when you drain, you have nothing to pour into your
nothing
child.
else to pour in your child.
So you got the community
Right.
helping you,
Exactly.
or friends helping you,
Exactly.
and family. So we all gonna work on this together.
Right.
And now that your family and friends that was around you see the progress of your son.
Yes.
I know they just look at you and say, "We did it. We did it. It take a village to do it.
Yes.
You had a team that was working with you." And what I want to say to the people that are watching today too, even with this coronavirus out and different things going on, they're talking about going back to school, and they're trying to tell you to decide whether your child going to go back to school or not. Your child might not be autistic, but your child might be a person that is, slow learning in school and needed special help in those areas. And now that you got them at home, the teacher was telling you that at school when y'all was in classes. Now that you got them at home, you saying to yourself, well, what did the teacher teach my child? They didn't teach my child nothing. No, it was just that your child was having some problems. And when you was at the meeting, you didn't want to hear what the teacher's saying.
Exactly.
Now that you got them at home, you see those things in your children. But get with your teachers or get with your administrators, get it with whoever you got to get with. Get the information that you need so you can teach your child. If you're teaching your children at home and your children are really learning, I'll say even this. If you're a parent, and I'm going to say it, if you're a parent and you don't read too good and you're not that educated, get somebody you know that will help you to teach your child.
Yes.
Because you want your child to get every type of education, the best education there is.
That's right.
Like they're saying they're ready for the kids to go back to school, but is the school ready for the kids to come back? That's the thing. We don't want our children to go back and they get sick.
Right.
Upon top of what's going on with them in school, with them being out of school, they have developed. They might even have some type of anxiety about going back with everything that's going on around us now. So right there, your children have to worry about that. And I saw a parent on TV last night talking about her child had special needs and all this, and she was concerned since she had him home all this time and couldn't teach him like she want to. But I'm so glad you're getting out here this information here, sharing with the people, telling them this is what you can do. There is help out there. There is help out there for your child. Your child can grow up and be productive in society. Don't have to stay with what the diagnosed were.
Right, exactly.
Because if you had accepted what the diagnosed were, he wouldn't be the teenager that he is today. He would not be as active as he is today.
And we as parents have to be able to willing to listen to all type of criticism, whether it's to receive it.
Yes.
We have to receive it.
Right, because some of us will get defensive.
Yes.
Like, ain't nothing wrong with my baby. My baby been around me all day. I birthed it, baby.
Baby, something is wrong. Let's get some help. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. And everyone knows me. Listen. And the thing about it is that there's a website. It's www.theautismeducator.ie. They have a little I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little booklet, and it tells the children with special needs what the coronavirus is and how is it. And it's telling them that the coronavirus is a virus that can make people feel unwell. So they have a character on there that's like it's coughing. Because my son is visual. Visual. He has to see it first in order to recognize it the next time. So, like, we're working on letters now. We as parents, I made this folder myself. And this is basically, you can get this on worksheetfund.com. It's basically just kind of telling you your ABCs, but put them out of order. Put them out of order. Teach your child. Your child is already exceptional. So now, you're going to have to give them the extra boost. They're going to need that extra little help there, okay? And it's okay. If we don't know, if you need to call somebody like, girl, what's the primary colors? Find out. It's okay. We all listen. We all need help. It's a learning process for us all. But autism didn't stop us. Remember, it's a family. It's a community. Find out ways. Have a relationship with your teachers. I'm gonna say this again. have a relationship with your teachers.
Yes.
Them are going to be your best friends in this time of need.
Yes.
It
They're
is.
Be your friend.
When I tell you that I can contact any of Xavier's therapists, his speech therapist, or his teachers, and they give me information that I need, and I know how to take it. She might say, well, he's not ready for this. He can't do. Okay, what is he ready for?
Right. Let me know so
Let
I
me
can
know.
work with him
Exactly.
on it. Yes.
You cannot be afraid.
That's right. Contact
Exactly.
them teachers. Contact them. Talk to them.
Right.
Say, give me the information I need.
Yes.
Give me the help I need because I want to work with my child. I want my child to be successful. And you wanted your child to be successful in life. And I just take my hat off to you all the time and the work that you put into your child, because I can see the excitement as you talking now, telling the parents, go ahead and do what you need to do. Find the help you need. Don't be afraid. There is help out there. And like you said, get to know the teachers. Work with the teachers. I'll say to the people that are listening right now, when it's time for our kids to go back to school, but I thank God that all my kids are grown and they don't have to go back to school, because I would be one of those parents that would be panicking. I would be running up there with 3 or 4 masks a day. So, okay, baby, change it out. Time to put this on. Because of the environment that we're in. And the teacher would be trying to kick me out of school. They would probably bar me from the school. They'd probably tell me, you cannot come back. Have a sign up. You see Miss Stewart? Tell her to go to the left. But you want your child to be protected. You want them to be safe.
Right.
But they want them to get back out there. If they don't go back and you keep them home, get all the information you need. Get all of the computer stuff that you need. If you can't afford to get a computer for your child, you need to contact that school and tell them, I can't afford to pay for this. I have 5 kids, and they can't all use one computer. So what are y'all going to do for us to help me to educate my child, since my child
It's
has
out
to be
there.
home?
It's out there. What you need is out there. But us as parents, I keep saying you, but I'm saying us. Us as parents, we have to pick up that phone.
Right.
And make that first initial thing, because the teachers don't know.
Right.
The teachers don't know what's going on. And even, and I'm gonna say this because this is real heavy on me. When you send your child to school, let's say you had a bad night, or the child had a bad night, or didn't sleep well, or got up this morning cranky, let the teacher know.
Right.
Because if your child is in the classroom, and let's say Xavier's in, I'm gonna use Xavier because I have no problem using Xavier. Everyone who knows Xavier, he always say, my friend, Xavier's in the classroom and he just has an attitude all day, and they're not going, what's going on? They're thinking it's just Xavier, his behavior is getting bad. Xavier had a rough night. If I don't tell that teacher that he didn't sleep well, the teacher does not know. Maybe if you talk to that teacher and let them know what's going on, the teacher be like, okay guys, listen, Xavier had like a little rough night, so if something was to happen, let's kind of give him time to kind of get off and walk. Let them know. If you know that your child, who's an exceptional child, is going to be using their lunch number when they go back to school, and you have not been practicing that lunch number, get a large calculator, and before they eat lunch, type in their lunch number at home. Before they eat dinner at home, type in their lunch number. It's repetition.
Yes.
Listen, we have shook up the world. Autism. Listen, with the virus is going on, it's here. It's here. So now that it's here, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about it?
What we gonna do about it?
How can we help our child? Because they still, if not, we're all gonna be behind when we get back to school.
Yes, that's true.
We're all gonna be behind. But that small thing, it's the easiest thing, the lunch number. If your child know that his cubby is red at school, go buy Dollar Tree, $1. Get your cubby. Put all this stuff in there he's gonna use for today. At home. And use that. So when he goes back to school, it's nothing has changed out of him. It's repetition. We have to learn as parents that our children, it didn't just mess up us because they don't understand what happened. Y'all, Xavier gets up every morning, fully clothed, dressed, took a shower. Where my bus at? Oh, baby, the bus didn't come today. But look, we can go on this program right here and do this.
There you go.
www.ixl.com. It is if you do it 30 days for free. Parents, you can get on there.
Say it again.
www.ixl.com.
Good.
Parents, that is a great program for children. If your child, I have an exceptional child, Xavier's 13. I start him on the kindergarten level. Xavier's in 8th grade. I start him on the kindergarten level. And it's free for 30 days. Let him start there. See where he's at.
Yeah.
If he's not there, let's put something else on there.
Right.
Okay? If you're working on coins, quarters, and dimes, just put a penny around the house.
Yeah.
And every time you pass that penny, what's that? You
Right.
know, what's that?
Right.
Make them realize it's different. We have to always teach them.
Yes.
Teach them that all the time. It's a learning process. A door. Write out DOOR, door, and put it on the door.
Yes.
We have to teach them how to read. Xavier's 8 years old, and he's writing his own name. I would have never.
Right.
We worked on that. Write his own name. Xavier Reed. He know when he see an X, whether it's xylophone or whatever. He said, "That's my name." He know that's his name.
Right.
No matter
beautiful.
what, we have to put in our children's mind that they can learn too.
That's right.
They're just as smart as we are,
Yes.
but they're exceptional, so they need exceptional help. It's a special kind of love. It's going to work out for that.
Wow. I have enjoyed this conversation. How many of you all have enjoyed this conversation and the information that you are getting? I know that, like I said, we're getting ready to go back. They're trying to decide whether they want the kids to go back to school or not. Some areas are saying they are going to let them go back. But my main concern, I hear them saying a lot about I'm concerned about the children. And they're saying about the low rate of them getting anything if they get in there. I'm concerned about the teachers that got to be in there teaching the kids. I have yet to hear them say they're concerned about the teachers, because the teachers are most susceptible to it. And how could a teacher teach your child if that teacher is worrying about, am I going to get sick today? Will I be here next week? You know, and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stress around everything. So even with school starting back, you're going to have a lot of teachers that's going to be stressed out too. Understand that they are professionals, but they're still dealing with this coronavirus like we are. And they got to get the kids in the classroom. They got to make sure everything is clean. They got to make sure everything is wiped down. If you have a special needs child, they got to, in that classroom, they got to make sure that they pay close attention to that child, so that child don't get involved with something. There's a lot behind it. So parents, be involved. Please be involved. Be involved with the school year that is getting ready to start. And I'll just say to anybody out there, you all just be mindful of everything that's going on with your children going back to school. If you don't want them to go back, you are smart enough and have enough time on your hands to teach your child at home. Take that personal responsibility, because the first teacher, like we were saying, is you for your child. You know what your child needs. You know what your child is capable of having. But I am so glad that you came and joined us on tonight. And I would like for people to just see Xavier. Can I show Xavier today? Come on, Xavier, because he's just such a handsome young man.
Xavier, come sit right here for me.
Just come sit for a minute. He's just gonna say hi to you all.
Just say hi.
He's just gonna say hi.
Oh, come on, right here.
Put your mask on.
Put your mask on. Oh, he's mine. Let's go.
There he is. Then you can take it down for me if I want to see his face. There he is.
Say hi.
Say hi.
You tell him how old you are?
13.
13. Y'all hear that? 13. This was a young man who wouldn't say,
and he's hugging his mother.
A special kind of love. When I tell you, a special kind of love.
Her,
and I also have a daughter also, guys, so it's just not Xavier. So also parents, and I'm meant to say that.
Come on with it.
Parents, if you have other children, let them know what's going on. Let them know what's going on. Teach them. I don't know what my daughter is right now, but she is so smart. She helped me out so much, and she's always there willing to say, well, Mama, what does Xavier need? Because she's aware of it. She's aware of it. She's aware of it. Yes. Come here, Lauren.
That's good.
She's aware. I'm gonna show you Lauren also. She's one of those that let your child know. And guys, that was Xavier. Listen, this is Lauren. Lauren, get down. Say hi. You have to let them know, thank you, sweetheart.
Right.
They have to be mindful. They have to know what's going on in the household.
Right.
And the way, and if you're a young mom, and let's say you have a 4 or 5-year-old with special needs, you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Get a baby doll. What I did with Xavier, I got a fake baby doll, and I wrapped it around and carried it around me all the time, so Xavier wouldn't get so rough with me.
Right.
So I wrapped the same blanket I just kept with me, and I wrapped the baby doll around it, and never let him see the face. And when I had Lauren, I just substituted the real baby for the baby doll, and Xavier was still easy with it. Oh, baby. I'm like, yeah, baby. Because
that was
I was scared.
smart.
Guys,
Yes.
I was scared. Listen, as parents, we're like, okay, this is something's about to change
That was
again.
a smart thing to do, yes.
It's going to help. And guys, if you have any questions or you need help, or it's a parent that want to say something on, let's say on live, you can Facebook instant message me on Lakeisha Williams and just click on me. I promise you, I'll answer you, because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be there, but we have to be, as parents, we have to accept help. We have to be able to listen to what's going on around us, and know what's going on with our child at all times.
Right.
We cannot be stuck to where there's nothing wrong with my child.
Right.
Baby, baby, he need a little help. He need a little speech. He need a little help, and it's okay. Treat your child the same way, because if you treat him special, if you treat him special, if you treat him special, that's the way it's going to be. But you have an exceptional child. You have a blessing that God gave you, that, you know what, you can do this. Because what it did to me, it slowed me down. It was like, you know what, you might slow down, so this is going to help you. But we have to, y'all, and I laugh a lot now. So I laugh a lot now, and I'm smiling, like, what's going on?
Yes.
You know, I am, because I'm happy to where I'm at now in life.
Yes.
I mean, I'm happy, great family, you know, got great relationship, great friends. You have to be able to have all that.
Yes.
You have to.
And you had a long journey.
Yes.
It was a long journey, but you made it, because you said, it's something that happened in my life, but I'm going to make sure it works for my life, with my life. Yes. And my life's going to go still the same direction it was meant to go.
Yes.
So I really appreciate you sharing this with us on today. I'm sure there's a lot of people that was listening and watching on today. Maybe some of them saw some signs in their own children. A lot of times, maybe even the teacher has shared some stuff with them, but they was in denial, because a lot of times you could be in denial too, because it is your child.
Exactly.
And you know, I can say for myself, when my kids was in school, different things they would say, but I paid close attention to my children. I would watch how they walk, what they say, with the time they did it. I kept it like in a book to know.
Exactly.
And then when I went to the doctor said, well, your child is at this place, on this place. I knew where they was at, because I was keeping up with them. But some parents don't have that time to do that. And then when a teacher or a doctor bring it to your attention, you want to get defensive and say, there's nothing wrong with my child. What are you trying to say? But pay attention. Just look at the signs and listen to the people talking to you. And then if you can identify anything that we talked about tonight, and you've seen it in your children or in your child, please just seek help. It's okay to seek help, because help is out there for you. I'm so glad that you came with us on today, Lakeisha. You have really shared some information. I'm sure the parents that are listening are excited now, because they say, okay, I can get help for my child. I know what I can do. If I can't find the way, I can get in touch with Lakeisha Williams. And she would direct me in the right direction on how to get the help that I need for my child. And any of you that are educators out there, please know that we are with you all, and we're hoping that I'll say the president and the other people that are in charge make the right decision. Don't make the decision off of the money, but make the decision off of life before people go back to school, because we want our kids educated. But I don't want to bury none of mine. I'd rather them to be educated and living in this world, and you know, expanding and contributing to this world. So I'll say to any of you parents out there, Get the information you need.
Please.
If you don't want your kids to go to school this year that's coming up, do the things you need to do. Do your research. Find out who their teacher will be.
Exactly.
Work with their teacher.
Yes.
Work with their teacher. If they're at home on a computer, need to do their work, and the teacher's at home on her computer, looking to see if 4 or 5 names coming up.
Right.
See, I done seen it firsthand in my house.
Yes.
And then getting up early in the morning at 7 o'clock, turning their computer on, and only 2 kids hitting on the computer. Okay, parents, don't do that. Work with your children.
Yes.
Don't let them say, well, they're not doing the work at home, so we got to put them back in the building. Because a lot of times they could be in the building and still don't get educated. They will be more educated at home because that teacher is looking and trying to keep you in tune with what's going on with your child. So be involved.
And understand that the teachers has kids also.
Right.
You have to understand that a lot of educators out there is dealing with the same exact thing we're all as parents we're dealing with. So email and contact them. If they don't get right back to you, they still have 2 or 3 kids or kids at home. They're trying to do learning for as well. So it's for all of us. This is a big change, everyone. Educators, they're doing whatever they can do because it's new to educators as well.
This is new.
This is all new. Please don't think that the educators had a back pocket like, we're doing virtual learning. Let's go.
Yeah.
It was not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. So just be mindful of what's going on. Let the teachers know that you're there as a parent and that you're there on their side.
Right.
Because if the student is aware that you're on the same side as the teacher, it might be some change in that classroom when it is time. Or if it's at home virtual learning. Or you'd be like, hey, I talked to your teacher today. Did you get on?
Right.
We have to be responsible as well. And we have to be responsible. We have to do.
Right.
So, guys, thank you guys so much for having me. My family back at home in Texas. Hey. Okay.
I'm so glad to have you here. I'm sure my audience that was tuning in, they enjoyed you, and they wrote down some information, and they're going to contact the necessary people that they will need to contact to get things done. I thank you so much for joining us this evening on the Tammy Talks Show. I hope that you and your family are well. I want you to stay tuned. Come on with me on Sunday where I will have a therapist here. She will be able to share information with those that need to have a therapist. I know with everything that's going on right now, you might need a therapist. She's doing it online. She will do it from wherever she's at. She will contact you, talk with you, and set up the payment plan however you want to do it. But there is someone that is out there that is willing to talk with you. So on Sunday, I will have this young lady coming in. She will be talking about therapy, and any questions you have your questions and your pen and paper ready. She will be willing to answer. So until next time, I thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
At this time, we're getting ready to say goodbye. Love you much. Until the next time on the Tammy Talk Show.
Bye, y'all.